Hello everyone. So if you've seen my last video, I had told you the 3 things that you need to take on vacation are your passport, money, and a backpack filled with underwear. And I wasn't lying. Those are the 3 things that you need to take on vacation with you. But let's be real and talk about the comfort things that we take on vacation with us. So that's what we're going to get into today. The top things that I take on vacation with me to make life a little bit more comfortable. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first one, luggage. And I would say, a frugal person. So I will go to places like Winners or Marshalls once in a while. You'll find luggage on sale on Amazon. I had got this actually at Winners, but I did see it on Amazon on sale a little while ago, so I will post a thing down there. But I wasn't gonna pay the couple $100 for the carry-on and the little bag that they had with it. So I decided to try and match things up, and I think I did pretty good. I really like this bag. I'm not a fan of the shininess of the straps, but I think it matches up pretty good. But the reason I love this bag is it actually fits under the seat. And if you want to use it as a overhead, it actually expands in the bottom like this much. So it's perfect. Like when you travel with the amount that goes under your bag, and to bring home souvenirs, you can expand it and put it in your overhead compartment. The next one that I got, which I was a little hesitant on getting because the pictures were kind of weird, but I love this backpack. Oh, the only thing I don't like about it is the gold. I hate gold. But aside from that, I love all the little tiny storage compartments in this one here. It is absolutely adorable. And again, this is one of those things where if you're flying, say, Spirit or Frontier through the States, you know, you only get one bag. This one here fits under the seat, but there is so much that you can get in, and I'm going to explain to you the number 1 thing that I bring in just a second. How do you pack for those little tiny vacations? Jody and I had gone to Bonaire. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. But one of the reasons we were able to travel with just a backpack and a carry-on for 1 week is storage bags. I absolutely love these bags. If you haven't seen a compression bag, I'm going to show you a little video here on how they work. And I'm telling you, if you are traveling where you're limited the amount of luggage that you're allowed to bring, these things here are going to be your best friend. They compress all of your clothes. It's amazing. So since we're on the topic of packing and flying, my next best thing that I ever bought, because I was tired of getting kink neck, if you are on a flight that doesn't have the onboard entertainment screens, this thing here is, oh, it's amazing. If you want to watch your phone, watch movies on it. So basically what it does is your phone clips into here and you clip it onto your tray table. I wish I I never even thought to take a video of it while I was flying and while I was on the train, but this thing is great. All right, still on the topic of being around the airport, let's talk about your passport and a protective cover for it. I don't even know how they're able to even get your information off your passport, but I don't like to take any risks that way. So one of the things I got, and you can see it's been used quite well, is my passport protector. Next up, I want to talk about organization. And if you've seen my last video, you know that I like to be quite organized. So one of the things that I had purchased, and I love it, is this little organizing bag. Now, if you are like me and have to take, say, a lot of batteries or your cards for your camera, anything like that, lots of wires for your phones, for your anything charging. This here was by far probably one of the best investments that I've made so far, and it was really cheap, which then brings me to one of the things that I keep in there. If you are going to be at an airport or on your flight, please do not use the plugs that they provide. I have seen so many videos of them talking about how they can steal your information from your phone, whatever the case may be. Get yourself a external battery charger thing. This one here, I can get, I think, probably 3 or 4 charges for everything that I have off of just this one little gadget here. It's super lightweight. It fits right into this little bag, and it will save you the hassle of, if it's true, of having all your information from your phone stolen, or even having like a virus put in it, or whatever the case may be. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm a little, I don't want to say stupid, I'm just naive when it comes to a lot of things, but I have talked to so many people, and that is like the one thing that they always say: do not use those portable charging stations, because really smart people with technology are doing really bad things with it. Charging devices. Now, if you're traveling, you're going to need a adapter. This one here I got, I think it was just before we went to Iceland, and I blew it. I did buy another one, I just don't know where it is, but you will need this. It converts, did I say adapter? Converter? It's a converter. Anywho, so it will, if you're going to say Europe, it'll take your 2 prongs over to your North American outlet. If you have to charge a whole lot of things, one of the things that I also bring with me, mostly, especially if I'm traveling with Jody, so that we just have one thing to charge off of, is this here cube. So it's got all of your plugs as well as these USBs. It just makes things a lot easier for plugging in, especially if you end up in a room that only has like 1 or 2 plugs, which has happened to us a few times. Okay, so another one that I really love for dirty laundry at the end of your trip. Now, when we fold all of our things up all nice and everything in our suitcases, and we put them in our little storage bags, the one thing with dirty clothes is they never go in nicely. So one of the things that I do is these little air bags. They are phenomenal. You really only need to take 1 or 2 with you, but they're similar to the compression bags, but this here takes all the air out and it compresses it down. It's amazing. Definitely you're gonna wanna get one of those for your dirty laundry. Speaking of storage, one of the things that I am famous for is losing my memory cards. Horrible. I can't even tell you how many disappointing moments I've had losing my memory cards. So one of the little cases that I got here is to hold all of your fancy dancy little memory cards for everything, for your camera, your GoPro, whatever the case may be. Definitely look into that. If you like photography and you take a lot of pictures and you go through a lot of memory cards like myself. And speaking of pictures, so two things that I don't leave home without is, and I know it's so trendy and cliche, but it is the selfie stick. Now, I will say this, if you are using a selfie stick, please don't use it in cramped areas. The reason why is because I find these things to be somewhat of a weapon if you're not using it correctly. And what I mean by that is all of a sudden this great big stick comes out and almost hits you in the face. So be respectful of the people around you if you're going to be using a selfie stick. The other reason I like this one here is it's also a tripod for my camera. I absolutely love this one. It's rusting out pretty bad. I've had it for quite some time now, but it is great if you are, just want to take a picture of yourself further away or whatever. And it's actually pretty stable. It's not the greatest. It's not, your super thick tripod, but stable enough that you can just put it on a rock shelf or in the beach in the sand like I do all the time and take some pictures. So I really, really, really like this one. Next up is this one's for my camera. I love these ones. This is my second one. The first one I had for about 8 years and I managed to bust it. But the reason I like this one here is because it just wraps around anything. If you want to wrap it around, say, a bridge or a post or a tree limb, whatever the case may be. These ones here they're pretty good if you hike or if you're taking pictures in weird places. And this one here is really sturdy. I'll put a link below for this one here as well. And then your camera. I know that people are becoming more and more irritated with people like influencers and stuff like that. And I try and keep this, and I try and keep my interactions with, like, while I'm out on vacation to somewhat of a minimum. But I love capturing memories. And the reason I love capturing memories is memory loss, which I definitely struggle with. But I can sit there and go through any of my scrapbooks and all those memories come back to me from those pictures. So that's why I love taking pictures and capturing those moments. And another reason is, for example, with these videos, is because not everyone has the luxury of traveling, whether it be you just have a fear of flying, or you don't want to leave the country, or you can't leave the country. Whatever the case may be, that's why I like sharing these videos, is so that, one, you get to get some knowledge of some of the places that I go to, and then the other one is so that some people need to vicariously live through somebody else's experiences, and that's why I do it. So the last one is more so for the ladies. Now, when we travel, we wear makeup. One of the things that I swear by is these little pads here. Now, I have the bigger cloths for while I'm at home, but when I'm traveling, I prefer to take these ones here. You can use the water that comes with it, which is some kind of weird water, or you can just use normal water. And these things here are absolutely amazing. I promise you, they really do remove the makeup and all the dirt and grime and everything else that you may have picked up while you were traveling around. These things here are amazing. So definitely you're going to want to take those. So I'm going to end it there. These are the top things that I like to travel with that just make things a little bit more easier when you are traveling around. If you haven't already, hit that like button if you like the video, and if you haven't already subscribed and you want to see some of my future videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And of course, if you think that anyone will benefit from this video, hit the share button and share some love. Bye everyone.